Hey mama, and welcome back to my channel. Last week we hopped over to the big island of Hawaii and we had a 5-night, 6-day stay, and I thought I would show you where we stayed, what we ate, what we did. Maybe you have a trip to the big island planned sometime soon and this would be helpful. So get cozy, get comfy, and let's chat. If you've been here a while, you know that we have taken quite a few trips this last year. We did a 3-week vacation of the South Pacific. We visited Fiji, American Samoa, New Caledonia, Sydney, Australia, and I have to say that visiting the Big Island was my favorite. First of all, just because of the amount of ease. It's a really small airport. The flight itself was like 45 minutes. All in all, just the ease that I needed after such a big trip. But I loved it here, loved everything about it, and I'm excited to show you everything that we did. First things first, we stopped for some lunch. We stopped at this beautiful place called Kona, had amazing food, an amazing view, and it was just the perfect start to our time in the Big Island. We wrapped up lunch and it was a 5-minute drive to where we were staying. We stayed at the Club Wyndham Kona Beach Resort, and it was actually a really great place. The room was perfect. We are a family of 7 traveling, so me, my husband, our 3 kids, and my in-laws, and it was plenty of room. Beautiful stay, all of the amenities, all of the features. I'll take you on a quick tour of the room. I didn't go full-fledged into the review here, but big living space where the kids were able to sleep on the sofa bed. Kitchen was fully equipped with everything that we needed. We had 2 bedrooms, both had king size beds, so nobody had to fight over the bedroom. 2 bathrooms, again, totally necessary when you're traveling with a large family. This bathroom only had a shower, but the other one, the room that my in-laws stayed in, had a bathtub, so we were able to use that for the kids. Really great stay. Alright, so even though we did have a light day of travel, we decided that we were going to lay low and just enjoy our time at the resort pool. The resort actually has 2 pool sections. This was the first one that we ventured to. Yes, we live by the beach, but we don't have access to a pool. So whenever we go somewhere where there is a pool, my kids are all over it. They love to spend time at the pool. They are definitely beach babies, but they're also pool babies. They're just water babies. Any kind of water, they're there for it. We did end up renting a life vest for Leo from a place called, I believe it's called Boss Frogs. It was super affordable. It ended up being $14 for a 5-night stay. So for 6 days. It wasn't on the resort. It was down on Ali'i Drive, which is a part of like Kona. And it came in handy. We took it everywhere with us. You'll see him wearing it here. This part, like this pool at the resort had a cute little kid area where the pool was like a foot deep. He had a really good time in there. He also thinks that he's a lot older than he is, so he went right back over to the big boy pool with his brothers, although you can see here that they spent some time with him here too. So love my boys. I do think that starting our trip, just relaxing by the pool on the day of our arrival, really did prepare us for the great week ahead that we had, because we weren't overtired, nobody was overstimulated or overwhelmed. We were able to just connect, have fun, not be rushing to the next thing, not having an agenda. So I feel like it's a really great way to start your trip. Just lay low at the pool. Day 2, everybody woke up rested. I started my day off with breakfast out on the beautiful lanai, taking in the scenery, taking in the quiet. Kids were inside eating their breakfast. I love when I'm able to do that. This day we decided to drive around the island and explore and just see all of the beauty that the Big Island has to offer. We downloaded the Shaka Guide, which I highly recommend. We've downloaded it for Oahu as well, and it's basically a tour guide in your car with you. So it gives you an entire map with points of interest. It tells you when you should pull over, where you should go, and you literally have somebody in your car speaker telling you all of the points of interest, all of the history, all of the culture, all of the facts, like everything that you need to know. And that's exactly what we did. We weren't afraid to explore. We got in the car. We drove for about 5 to 6 hours that day, but we were able to see all of the amazing, breathtaking views and places that the Big Island has to offer. We also were able to find a cute little place to eat. I don't have the name top of mind right now, but I will link it in the description below. Food was delicious. Don't be afraid to eat local. Don't be afraid to venture out of your comfort zone. This is one of the breathtaking views that we were able to stop at. Again, the Shaka guide alerted us when it was time to pull over. I can't actually convey to you what it feels like to be on the Big Island and to just be in a different environment, a different surrounding, to see all of the lava rock. Like, I feel like you're watching this video and it may not look like the most beautiful scenery ever, but the feelings that you're feeling when you're walking on these rocks and just knowing what it is you're walking on. Plus, the kids had a blast because we were telling them it was lava rock, and so we were saying the floor is lava, and they love the floor is lava. So it was actually really fun to just have them experience it as well. And whenever you're experiencing something through your children's eyes, I feel like it's that much more special. So we were able to pull over, explore this beautiful section on our way to another beautiful section. I actually can't wait. Just wait a few seconds and we will be there. It took us an hour and a half, but you only have to wait 30 seconds and we'll be at the next destination. Okay, we made it to Punalu'u Beach. This is the Black Sand Beach on the Big Island of Hawaii, and it is stunning. It is beautiful. If you don't think that a black sand beach can be beautiful, you can't even understand it until you're there. It is so surreal. It is unlike anything I've ever experienced or I've ever seen. It's actually really breathtaking. We spent quite a bit of time here. Unfortunately, we got here towards the end of the day. I would have loved to have experienced it a little bit earlier when the sun was out and shining and bright, but it was still a beautiful, beautiful experience. So we spent probably an hour there just taking in the beauty, feeling the sand, experiencing the sand, walking all around, looking at the different like lava flows and the lava rocks. The kids were playing in the puddles. We took a ton of pictures because it was an experience that we don't want to forget. I know that we'll be back to the Big Island and we will definitely go back there, but it was just something that I really wanted to document because the feelings that you felt while you were on this beach were just so unique and so special. So we spent quite a lot of time here. We took a lot of really cool pictures, and I'm so happy. It was probably a 3-hour drive, with all of the stops that we made along the way. We almost didn't make it there. We almost decided to turn around because it had been a long day and we thought we would do it another day. I'm so glad we kept driving and that we made it happen because it was one of the highlights of this trip. Day 3 started out really early because we had to be down at the Fairwind Cruises for an 8:30 sail time. We spent the day on a boat out in the middle of the ocean, exploring, snorkeling, playing in the sea. I don't know, I know I just said that the Black Sand Beach was a highlight of my trip, but maybe this was. I don't know. There's just so many great experiences that we had here. We started with about a 30-minute boat ride to our destination where we were going to explore and snorkel. The crew were amazing. They were so helpful. They were so just engaging with the kids, engaging with us. it was awesome. Like I said, it was about a 30-minute trip to the place. And then once we got there, the fun started. We were able to jump from the boat. We were able to slide. The boat had 2 slides. We were able to snorkel. They had all of the gear that you needed, all of the snorkel gear you needed. They had flotation devices so that you could actually just like enjoy your time in the ocean. They had boogie boards that had like viewfinders built into them for little ones who aren't able to actually snorkel the way that mom and dad and the big kids are. So Leo was actually able to enjoy snorkeling with us and look down into the ocean and see all of the different kind of fish. The water was the most beautiful water I've ever been in. It was so clear. It was so blue-green, if you will. We had an incredible time. They do serve breakfast and lunch. It is a plant-based breakfast and lunch, so we did have to bring some stuff for the kids because they are not that adventurous at the moment. But we were able to enjoy it. It was just a really, really, really great day. The trip was from 8:30 a.m. until 1 p.m. So by the time we got back to the dock, it was about 1 p.m. and it was an incredible day. I highly recommend that if you're visiting the Big Island, check out Fairwind Cruises. It was pretty affordable, and especially for everything that you got and just the experience as a whole. I had an amazing time. Every single one of us had an amazing time. And if you ask the boys, they will say that this was the best thing that they've ever done. And I kind of agree with them. Day 4 was a beach day, so we ended up driving about probably 45 minutes to an hour away to the area of Waikoloa. We decided that after 2 days of just lots of adventure, lots of time in the car, a day at sea, we needed time to just unwind, to settle down, put our toes in the sand, hang out in the water, and have nowhere to go, nowhere to be, and just enjoy nature. And that's exactly what we did. We spent a good couple of hours here. This wasn't the beach that we intended on going to, but it's the beach that ended up working out because we needed to find food and all of the things. So next time we'll definitely plan better for when we go to the Waikoloa area, because I know that there are beautiful beaches. Not that this isn't a beautiful beach, by the way, because it definitely is a beautiful beach, but there's just other areas that we want to check out, and so I'm excited to do that the next time that we're in the area. But it really was a great day at the beach. No trip is complete without some night swimming. I know that for me, some of my fondest memories from our vacations are when we just, threw caution to the wind and went swimming late at night. My kids were really excited to do this, and I think it just has to do with going against the grain and doing something that's out of the norm, right? We're supposed to be getting ready for bed or having dinner, and so just kind of ignoring all of that, right? All of the responsibilities for a little while and showing them that we can have fun. I think that, like I said, it's some of my fondest memories are when we went late night swimming, and so I know that this is going to be something that was memorable for them. We enjoyed time in the pool. We also hit up the hot tub. They had a really cool hot tub in this pool section, and thankfully there were no adults there trying to relax and rest because my kids were definitely going in and out. But we had a really great time. I definitely recommend getting some late night swimming in because, like I said, it's memorable, it's fun, and it just shows your kids that, you don't always have to play by the rules. Day 5 was our last full day on the island, and while my husband and father-in-law enjoyed a tour at the Kona Brewing Company, they had such an amazing time. They were able to bond, have kid-free time, and just relax. My mother-in-law and I took the kids to the pool, of course. This trip was really awesome in that it had so much downtime, which was just what I needed. Because after coming back from a 3-week trip, I wasn't looking forward to traveling and planning and rushing around, and I feel like we just had such an even amount of adventure and exploring, but also downtime and relaxing. In fact, this was supposed to be a 7-day trip, but we decided to come 2 days later than originally planned, and so my in-laws went ahead and then we met them 2 days later. And I didn't want to go initially for the full 7 days because I was just, like I said, feeling a little spent, but I'm happy that we compromised, we made it happen, because it really was such an amazing trip and we did so much and we really got to explore the Big Island. We didn't get to do everything, so we didn't get to go up to Mauna Kea, we didn't get to go to the volcano park, we didn't get to do things that probably would have been a little bit tough with kids. So I'm excited to go back, and maybe that means that there is a kid-free trip sometime in the near future for Lou and I, so that we can go ahead and do those things that we, didn't get around to doing this time. If you have a trip planned to the Big Island, then I hope that you are taking notes. And if you don't have a trip planned to the Big Island, then I hope that you are already Googling your airfare and where to stay and all of the things, because it really is just such an amazing place to visit and to explore. I will say that we have a little bit of an advantage in that it's close to home, it's not such a big trip as it may be for you coming from wherever you're coming from, and we have the advantage of going home to the beautiful island of Oahu, so leaving isn't as bittersweet as it may be for you. But definitely check it out, definitely put it on your bucket list if it already isn't, because there's so much to do and the Big Island has so much to offer. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit subscribe, and I will see you in the next video, Mama. Thanks for being here.